Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings, broadcasting live Apple Valley, California.
We are definitely talking science and technology today.
Uh,
Use
so,
science.
yep. So what you see on your screen is a meteorite. Um, I don't know how deep it is, but it looks like it's two-dimensional, but there is depth to it. But before we start, I wanted to say that segment we did on the circle on the holes in
Holes
the
off the coast of,
7,100 views. Who would have thought that?
I don't know.
People are
Holes in the ocean.
fascinated by that.
Yeah.
And some of those theories were strange. All right. A rare lunar meteorite found in Africa sheds new light on hidden volcanic processes that shaped the moon long after its surface was thought to have cooled. A 2.35 billion year old meteorite, that's pretty old,
Pretty old.
with a unique chemical signature found in Africa in 2023, plugs a major gap in our understanding of the moon's volcanic history. How do you, like, you're walking through the Gobi Desert or whatever, and you see this chunk sticking out? How do you know it's a meteorite from the moon?
Just got to take your chances, I guess, right?
Just put
It's
it on
like
your
picking.
back and walk it out?
Yeah, just see what happens. Take it back to the nearest lab and analyze. I don't know.
The nearest village. Researchers unveiled their results at the Goldschmidt Conference in Prague. Been there a couple times.
Have
Prague
you?
is a beautiful city. Showing how Northwest Africa 1,600-286 shines new light. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's the meteorite number. New light on the moon's evolving interior and the surprising longevity of its volcanic processes. Would you like to know more?
I think it is. If you look at that slide, I think that number is on that slide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the team from the University of Manchester found evidence supporting the idea that the moon sustained heat producing mechanisms over multiple pulses of volcanic activity. By measuring lead isotopes, they determined that this rock solidified about 2.35 million or billion years ago, a time from which we have almost no other samples. Its unusual geochemical fingerprints set it apart from the basalts brought back by Apollo, Luna, and Chang E
That's the
missions.
Chinese mission, the Chang'e. They've gone there. They picked up rocks and
Yeah,
brought
so
it
they
back.
say they have. I don't know. Probably in a
Ooh,
warehouse.
let's start another
Probably
conspiracy.
a
Chinese
warehouse in
conspiracy.
Southgate or something. Suggesting it crystallized from the deep source lava soon after it reached the lunar surface.
I'd like to know if there's still like active magma under the surface of the moon. I'd like to know that.
Yeah.
You know, it has a core that's revolving and stuff. Must, because it has gravity.
Yeah.
Dr. Joshua Snape, no relation to Professor Snape. Well, he could be a professor. He's a research fellow, so he is Professor Snape.
And who is that?
Harry Potter.
Should I ask? Okay.
He was the alchemist teacher.
Not
Yeah.
hard guys.
So Professor Snape, a research fellow at the University of Manchester, UK. See, it's in England too. Is presenting the research at the Goldschmidt Conference. He said, "quote Lunar rocks from sample return missions are fantastic in the insights they provide us, but they are limited to the immediate areas surrounding those mission landing sites. By contrast, lunar meteorites can potentially be ejected by impact cratering occurring anywhere on the moon's surface. As such, there's some serendipity surrounding this sample. It just happened to fall to Earth and reveal secrets about lunar geology without the massive expense of a space mission," says Professor Snape.
Okay. Containing relatively large crystals of mineral, is it olivine? Olivine.
Yeah.
The rock is a type of lunar volcanic basalt called olivine pyrite basalt. It contains moderate levels of titanium, high levels of potassium. In addition to the unusual age of the sample, this study found that the Pb isotope composition of the rock, a geochemical fingerprint retained from when the rock formed, points to its originating from a source in the moon's
Ooh.
interior. There you go. There's your magma, right?
Yeah.
With an unusually high uranium to lead ratio.
Ooh.
Okay. These chemical clues may identify the mechanisms that have enabled periods of ongoing internal heat generation on the moon.
Okay, we got another quote from Professor Snape. Okay, quote: "The age of the sample is especially interesting because it fills an almost billion-year gap in lunar volcanic history. It's younger than the basalts collected by the Apollo, Luna, and Chang'e 6 missions, but older than the much younger rocks brought back by China's Chang'e 5 mission. Its age and composition show that volcanic activity continued on the moon throughout this time span, and our analysis suggests an ongoing heat generation process within the moon. Well, there we go. Potentially from radiogenic elements decaying and producing heat over long periods, says Dr. Snape, Professor Snape.
Professor. Quote, moon rocks are rare, so it's always interesting when we get something that stands out and looks different from everything else. This particular rock provides new constraints about when and how volcanic activity occurred on the moon. There is much more yet to learn about the moon's geological past, and with further analysis to pinpoint its origin on the surface, this rock will guide where to land future sample return missions. Unquote.
So this is a small guy. The 311-gram meteorite, that's kind of small.
Yeah.
Not even a kilogram. Is only one of 31 lunar basalts officially identified on Earth. Its distinct composition with melted glassy pockets and veins suggests it was likely shocked by an asteroid. Well, I mean, it melts coming into the atmosphere, so it probably started out as 20 kilograms. It got melted down to less than one coming through the atmosphere, right? It was likely shocked by an asteroid or meteorite impact on the moon's surface before being ejected and eventually falling to Earth. This rock event makes it more challenging to interpret the date obtained for the rock, but the researchers estimate its age with a margin of plus or minus 80 million years.
Or minus, that's a pretty...
80 million,
Yeah, give or take, right?
Yeah, so that's 4%, 40%.
Huh. You know, you could walk around our desert probably and pick up some pieces of meteorite or, I don't know.
Out here in Apple Valley?
Well, just in the Mojave Desert, somewhere between, here in Kern County or here in the Nevada line. There's lots of rocks out there.
You think there's meteorites in those holes out, Big Sur?
Well, I don't know. Did we ever figure out what caused those holes?
Well, they said it was the fishtails. The currents from the eddies from the fishtails.
Okay.
Swimming around.
It's probably not meteorites. Okay. Good story. Interesting.
All right.
We're going back to the moon. That's what they said, right? Future lunar.
Yep.
I like it.
All right. Thanks, folks. We'll talk to you later.
Take care, everyone. Thanks. So obviously they didn't